It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And it's K.Thompson with the rebound. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Now here's Curry. McGee in the corner. McGee sets the pick for Curry. 5 on the clock. For 3. Warriors on D. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
Here's Curry, following the score by Dennis Smith. Puts up a 3, and Steph Curry gets the 3.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Smith again. It's Thompson. Tries to keep it alive. Stolen by Durant. Jumps up. And then Durant with the dunk.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
Now here's Barea. N.Noel, a screen on Curry. And N.Noel kicks to Smith. McGee with the block. Smith again. It's Curry. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Bucket is good. Curry's got 5 now.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Nowitzki. Knocked loose. N.Noel passes to Nowitzki. Barnes left side. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the 3. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
And here's Barea after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Jacks up a 3. Barea, no good. .104 left in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. Latre. But they recover it. Passes it to Curry. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. That pushes it to double digits. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Barea kicks to Barnes. Over Durant. And he can't bank that one in. McGee dishes to Curry. The pass to Green. Curry again. Smith. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominating on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And N.Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Young. Good if it goes. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. Well, not exactly a... Warriors leading by 12. Matthews and Barnes, they're the wings. Dwight Powell is out there with N.Noel. And it's Smith in the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. No good from McCaw. And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding, one of the better teams in our league.
West, right side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Mavericks making a switch here. Measury's checked in. Here's Smith. It's tipped. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Picked by Pachulia. Powell with the steal. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. Ron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Clock at 2. Offensive rebound. Here's Pachulia. Golden State moving the ball around. Iguodala, no good. Mavericks trailed by 11. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Matthews has got his first points in this one. Iguodala, the pass to Pachulia. McCaw kicks to Pachulia. West outside. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Salah measure. McCaw, the pass to West. Mavericks with the rebound. Pass break, Dallas. Nowitzki, no good. Warriors leading by 9. Young dishes to Iguodala. Out to the wing. McCaw kicks to Iguodala. Golden State needs to get off a shot. West releases from the wing and drills it. West has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
.133 left to play here in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Barnes. From deep three-point range. And no good that time. Good defense by Iguodala.
You know, last season, Steve Kerr once again having to miss time due to complications from his back surgery. Missed the majority of the team's postseason, but he got through the regular season fine, but it's something that has troubled him off and on.
And the Mavericks with some changes. McDermott comes in for Barnes, and Farrell subbed in for Smith. And having worked with Steve Kerr here at 2K in other capacities, usually we get to rib him a lot and make jokes whenever we see him coaching. But you know, Steve, I speak for everyone in the 2K family when we wish Steve all the best and hope he can overcome these health issues.
I totally echo that, Kevin. Steve Kerr is just an NBA lifer. But more than that, he's a fantastic coach and even a better person. We hope to see him on the sidelines for years to come.
Measury, he's checked in for D.Nowitzki. Here's Farrell. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by West.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Matthews with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. McDermott passes to Powell. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes both free throws. Warriors leading by 10. Now Iguodala. West kicks to Iguodala. From outside the arc. And that one is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. All right, the second half beginning. You know, Steve, it seems like players are getting more leeway to shoot, but the one thing coaches cannot stand are turnovers. That's been universal, and for the beginning of the game, talk about how you can cut those turnovers down.
I think for a lot of players, they have to come in and really start to go back to study film. That could definitely cut down turnovers. Next, I think it has to be something that really, it hurts you. I think a lot of guys turn it over, and they're like, when we get to the next play, you got to turn the basketball over, and that has to hurt you. And then I think also a lot of guys make the simple play. Don't go for the fences. Go for the bunts, the singles, and if a guy's open, just give it to him in stride versus trying to create a play. A lot of guys sometimes over-dribble and overthink, just make the right basketball play.
And keeping your focus, I would think, too, just like in anything in regular life, keeping your focus on something has got to be just imperative.
And communication, you said it right. Focus, communication, that will cut down turnovers.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's McGee in the center position. There's Green with the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 7 points for Draymond Green.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And Durant sends it back. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
Curry dishes to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Green, the pass to Durant. Offline with his 3.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Matthews. McGee with the block.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Launches it. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Green. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Golden State also making a change. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Warriors leading by 19 points. Pachulia with it. Now guarded by N.Noel. Thompson with the bucket.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working. When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There's so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
And Steve, the common mistake fans have with the Warriors is thinking they only make threes to score. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think it just overwhelms defenders.
You know, one thing that comes to mind to me is they pick out the Warriors in mismatches or lose a defender on great screens. They're amazing at that. They force defenders to make a ton of split-second decisions. One mistake, and it's easy for them to score.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And really deep three that time. Curry's got 5 now.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Nick Young's checked in for Thompson. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Steph Curry.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And that one is good.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Here's Pachulia. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. And the Warriors lead by 20. And that one's good. N.Noel.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
.36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. McCaw kicks to Pachulia. The kick out to Young. Here's West. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Now here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Curry's shot is off. Got it up. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Mavericks trail by 18. Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. J.J.Barea is out there with Curry. And it's N.Noel in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Iguodala kicks to Pachulia. Now the feed to Young. Over to the left wing. McCaw, the pass to Iguodala. 4 on the clock. Out to West. Second chance shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. West has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Warriors. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line. We all know just how physically strong NBA players are, Steve, but they have to be mentally tough as well. How about in that category? Who has the best mental toughness, guys you've observed?
I look at a guy that loves the big moment right now. On top of the list has to be a Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the great ones, Russell Westbrook. I mean, his focus, and James Harden. Those are the guys that stick out for me, that just come in and night out. Al Horford, mental toughness. You love those guys because their mental toughness match their skill set. They usually have great results.
Warriors the rebound.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Kicks it to N.Noel. Dallas moving it around. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Iguodala dishes to Pachulia. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
To the middle. Pachulia with the steal. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Measury's checked in.
What stands out to me about this Warriors team is just how unselfish they are as a group. They really don't care who gets the score or the credit. Cheer each other from the bench, and they do it all game.
Picked by Pachulia. Out to West. Back to Iguodala. Picked by West. All alone. And again, no good by Golden State. Pass to Measury. Outside Curry. From deep. David West grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 20. And Young kicks to Iguodala. Dishes it to West. Picked by Pachulia. Back to West. A terrific shot on the turnaround. West has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Curry with the steal.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
When we talk about floor general, this is really what we mean. He was making the right reads, directing guys around, delivering passes that were on time and on point.
Here's Barea. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on David West. That free throw good from Barea. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better, coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild, the first time in a long time for the Mavs, and they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
It's Noel atop the key. Tries again. Here's Smith. Got a hand on it. They recover it. And it's Nowitzki penetrating. Feeds to Noel. Over Pachulia. Misses the shot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.